नमस्कार, गुड मॉर्निंग everybody. सबको भारत देश, मेरा देश, my country, and who shall take care of this country if I don't take care and you don't take care? No one will come to take care of this country. We have to take country of ours, to take care of our country ourselves. But we have to ask questions to ourselves: Are we taking care of this country, or only we are enjoying our stay in this country, our residence in this country? Are we responsible people, or we are people just to live and die? It's a big question. In 2019, we have to raise because we are not raising; it's automatically raised. We have to see where we are running to, where we are moving to, but we are not looking at that. We are only interested in luxurious living and comfortable living, but circumstances have not been allowing that. We are people of this country. We had resolved ourselves to constitute this country into sovereign, secular, socialist, democratic republic, so that we are secured with all liberties, all justices, just like justice, economic, social, and political, liberty of thoughts, expression, faith, religion, worship, and whatever else. We had liberty, freedom, everything we require, and we want that. But we don't want to serve ourselves to that level. Well, every day I talk about that. I'm not interested to revive same thing again and again. My question is very different. Current issues are many issues are there. First issue is Jammu Kashmir issue, which is continuing, it has been continuing for many, you can say more than a week. It started since 5th of August 2019, and now it's 23rd today, so 18 days have elapsed, 19th day, and there is no solution to this, no solution at all. And we have kept more than 1 crore people under jail. I am considering all those people also who are related to them living outside JNK, and they are not able to contact their people, or they are not able to contact physically. They are not able to move to their homes due to whatever reason. And those are also part of jail, which is virtual jail, and those people are physically jailed in. These are our people. I accept them as our country people, and we have no right to do as such, but we have done that crime ourselves. That is our part of country, and those people are also people. They are also 1.3 or 1.4, one of them. They include in that, but we are not considering them as such. We are not even considering human being, and that is unfortunate. If 1 day, 2 days is fine, but it's now 18 days, and maybe it's 1 month after some time, and something's politically also happening. Our people are depending upon statements given by some criminal. For example, in Chidambaram case, who are depending upon? They are depending upon. They are depending upon from Indrani Mukherjee, who is a murderer of her own daughter. Dependency imported from that witness. Well, I should not criticize that, but that is not acceptable to me as a citizen of this country. A woman who can kill her daughter, and I depend upon her statement. I don't accept this in person. Believe me. Shall you accept? It's up to you. Well, what law says, I'm not talking about that. I felt it yesterday when I just read that news and saw that there was government approver, who is Indrani Mukherjee, a murderer of her own daughter, and they're punished on that, and they are relying on her statement. I cannot rely. If I am an investigator, I shall never rely on such bad character person who can kill her own daughter and rely on her. Sorry for that. Just for this purpose. And another one is in University of Delhi University, they have installed 3 statues at one location, and those statues are: number one is Netaji Subhas, which is very good. Number two is Shahid Bhagat Singh, that is also very good. And number three is another personality, which is the dirtiest idea, that is Veer Savarkar, who did nothing for this country's freedom, who was in jail. He submitted 9 apologies to jail authorities. Kindly release me. I will serve you. I will do whatever you want to say. I am not happy in this jail. I will do all the jail. And that person also placed there on that. Shame on you, whoever did this. You have insulted my country, Bharat. You have insulted all those freedom struggles who laid their lives for sake of this country, for freedom of this country, and you have placed a person who submitted 9 apologies to British people, British authorities, so that he could be released from jail. All the people were in jail for years and years. For 19 years, Jawaharlal in jail. You wanted excuses from jail. This is your freedom. Fighting. Bhagat Singh said, shoot me. I am a prisoner. You shoot me. I am war prisoner. And these people submit apologies and shame onto me that you installed in those 3 one of Sarwarkar there. I cannot accept that. And that's also in lead position. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is there. Bhagat Singh is there. And you are comparing, you are equalizing the status of Sarwarkar to these leaders, freedom fighters, top freedom fighters of this country. They are like Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru. Subhash and Bhagat Singh, they are equivalent to those people, and you are putting them with Sarwarkar. Nonsense, you idiots. Shame onto you. Keep him somewhere else if you want to keep. We don't need him along with Subhash and Bhagat Singh. You are insulting our country, our freedom, our blood, everything you are insulting. Well, go ahead. We have kept these people now in jail, Jammu and Kashmir, and there are, this is Genocide Watch is a body, Genocide Watch, which is Genocide Watch exists to predict, prevent, stop and punish genocide and other forms of mass murder. Our purpose is to build an international movement to prevent and stop genocide. This is written on a website which is Genocide Watch is title, and its website is genocidewatch.com. You can browse onto this. This is written here, and this site, this organization, and by that Dr. Georgie H. Stanton, Genocide Watch, on August 16, they posted on this. They published Genocide Alert for Kashmir, India. And what it says? It says, Genocide Watch is issuing a genocide alert for India administered Kashmir. And what it is, it says, on August 5, 2019, President of India revoked special autonomy status of India, administers Jammu and Kashmir, which all you know about that. I'm not going to explain all that. Now, it's saying in this one paragraph that is applying Professor Barbara Harf's risk factor, applying Professor Barbara Harf's risk factors for genocide following our early warnings of massacres of Kashmir, and in other one it says Genocide Watch, 10 stages of genocide processes are also far advanced. So what it says, number one, this is the first one, applying Professor Barbara Harf's risk factors. It says risk factors of genocide. Number one, prior genocidal massacres and continuing impunity for such killings. Number two, continued armed conflict between India and Pakistan over border areas in Kashmir. Number three is an exclusionary ideology of Hindutva. India as Hindu nation by Modi's ruling BJP. Number four is authoritarian military rule without legal restraints imposed by civilian Indian officials. Fifth is rule by a minority military force, Hindus and Sikhs over majority Muslim citizens. And sixth is cut off of communications and outside access by internet media and trade. And seven is widespread violations of basic human rights torture, rape, 2-year detentions without charge, arbitrary arrests and deportations of Muslim political and human rights leaders. These are risks involved in, and then risk factors are mentioned like this for genocide. And the next one is genocide watch 10 stages of genocide processes are also far advanced. Number one, classification Hindu and Sikh Indian Army, US versus Kashmir Muslim civilian them, us versus Kashmiris Muslim civilian them. Symbolization Muslim have Muslim names on ID cards, Kashmiri's language, dress, mosques. Phrase discrimination Hindu Pandits were economically dominant until in 1990. BJP reasserted Hindu power. 4 is dehumanization. Muslims are called terrorists, separatists, criminals, insurgents. Fifth, organization 600,000 heavily armed Indian army troops and police dominate Kashmir. Sixth is polarization. Modi and BJP incite anti-Muslim hatred, social media spread falsehoods. 7 is preparation. Indian army occupies Kashmir. BJP leaders speak of final solution for Kashmir. 8th is persecution. Kashmiri Muslims are locked down, subject to arrest, torture, rapes and murders. 9th is extermination. A genocidal massacres occupied during partition. Since 1990, there have been at least 25 massacres with death toll over 25, 10 of Muslims by troops, 15 of Hindus by Muslim militants. And denial, Modi and BJP say their goals are to bring prosperity and end terrorism. They deny any massacres. No Indian army troops or police are ever tried for torture, rape or murder. Modi's takeover is popular in India. Genocide Watch calls upon United Nations and its members to warn India not to commit genocide in Kashmir. This is what is was published regarding Kashmir issues, and this is nothing new in this. They have just reported. They are pressing UNO, they are stressing UNO to take care of this and ask Bharat not to do this if they are doing that. This is what is written here. Just for your information, I came through this website and through some news and I submitted to you for your understanding. I'm not commenting anything on that because it's only for information. And then there was another one which is also very significant from our point of view, and that is Genocide Watch for Assam, India renewed. They renewed this watch, and that is here again on this. And this is Genocide Watch has issued a Genocide Watch for Assam State, India, where millions of Bengal Muslims face losing citizenship status. A Genocide Watch is declared when easily warning signs indicate that that a genocidal process is underway. Over 7 million people in Assam state, mostly Muslims of Bengali descent, may lose their Indian citizenship and risk imprisonment. Special foreigner detention centers. A process is now underway to verify citizenship of all 32 million inhabitants of Assam state, which requires each person to affirmatively prove that they are Indian and not an illegal migrant. Beginning in colonial times, millions of ethnically Bengali Muslims settled in Assam. 2011 Indian census put their number at 10.6 million in Assam state. At urging of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Hindu National Central Government, Assam is updating its master list of citizens. Those classified as Indian citizens shall receive new Indian identity cards symbolizing their classification. Anyone not on final citizen list will be presumptively declared a foreigner, subject to statelessness and indefinite detention. Assam's Muslims are especially likely to be excluded from citizen list as part of decades-long pattern of discrimination. Word foreigners is a common term of dehumanization used to exclude targeted groups from citizenship and exercise of their fundamental civil and human rights. Home Minister of India has repeatedly referred to Bengal Muslims, Bengali Muslims as termites. Anti-Muslim propaganda has polarized Assam population. Assam's Chief Minister Sonowal has requested additional Indian government troops and police to arrest foreigners. Assam state is constructing 10 new foreigners detention centers to add to 6 prisoners already in existence. There are classification symbolization, discrimination, dehumanization, organization, and polarization stages of genocide process. Again, there are classification, symbolization, discrimination, dehumanization, organization, and polarization stages of genocidal process. Like Rohingya of Rakhine State in Myanmar, Bengali-speaking Muslims in Assam have faced constant discrimination. Assamese ethno-nationalist independence movements culminated in Nail massacre of between 1,800 and 3,000 ethnically Bengali Muslims in 1983. At least 4.8 million citizenship applications, mostly poor Muslims, do not have documentation, which in many cases is missing after several generations. Another 2.9 million Muslims women can only provide a marriage certificate from their local government, which authorities often dismiss as inadequate. Proposed citizenship amendment bill would offer relief to some foreigners, but not to Muslims. Blatant evidence of discrimination which should be struck down by Indian Supreme Court. Anyone left off citizen list will automatically be classified as an illegal foreigner. Chief Minister of Assam has declared that people who are declared foreigners shall be barred from all constitutional rights, including fundamental and electoral. Muslims classified as illegal foreigners can change their classification before India government administrators and ultimately special foreigners tribunals. But they shall be denied due process and shall have no right to legal counsel. Those adjudged to be foreigners shall be imprisoned in special foreigner detention centers. In special foreigners detention centers, this is a classic case of denial of citizenship in order to deprive a minority ethnic and regions group of its rights. It will become a prelude to another genocide like Myanmar's genocide against its Rohingya Muslims. Penalties to build up to a Rohingya genocide are shocking. Genocide Watch is issuing this Genocide Watch as an early warning of potential genocide. In Genocide Watch, 10 stages of genocide situation of Bengali Muslims in India's state, Assam state is now a stage 7 preparation. When Bengali Muslims in Assam are imprisoned, foreigner detentions in foreigner detention centers, situation shall move to stage 8. Persecution, the stage immediately preceding full genocide. In July 2018, Genocide Watch petitioned Chief Justice of India, Ranjan Gogoi, who is overseeing citizenship verification process, to order that lists of citizens and non-citizens be classified as state secrets, never to be released to public. Despite this warning, lists have been made public. Numerous suicides have ensued. Rounds of foreigners are likely to ignite genocidal massacres. and a massive refugee crisis. If India imprisons Bengali Muslims in Assam, it will be violating its obligation under UN refugee conventions. If it expels them from India, it will be perpetrating forced displacement, a crime against humanity. If genocide massacres occur, India will violate its obligations to prevent genocide under Genocide Convention. Genocide Watch calls upon United Nations Secretary General, United Nations Special Advisor on Prevention of Genocide, UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, and key UN member states to warn India not to strip citizenship from, imprison, and forcibly displace millions of Bengali Muslims, many of whom have lived their entire lives in Assam state, India. And that's what it says. It's very, very tragic. And I don't need to explain this because it is self-understandable. You can read this, means there's some issue being arisen from this website, this NGO, you may call it whatever, Genocide Watch. And it's not good for us when our issues like Kashmir, like Assam, if they go at international level to be reflected, and we get bad name for that our government, our people, our nation are all unable to solve our problems, internal problems ourselves, and we are exposed to outside from our country, and that goes against international conventions, and we have to take care of that. And everything cannot be done 100%, but we must be sure that we are a big country, top democratic country in this world. We are secular country, we are republic and everything. So that is status if you have to maintain, if you have to respect and honor our constitution, our preambles and our fundamental duties, we have to do something and think of this. It's nothing to criticize or not to criticize. The question is of facts which I got to news, and that's why I'm just trying to share with you. It's up to you. What do you think about this? I'm not going to argue on this issue, and just know that. So this site is there. So you have to just take care of this by considering whether it is right or it is wrong, and that's it. So I'll just close this site so that I can continue further. So now we are talking about our issues. I got a news that France, we talked to our Prime Minister, and France just directed, or you can say suggested, that issue of Jammu and Kashmir is not an internal issue. It is an issue between two countries, Bharat and Pakistan. So our stand that we have just been avoiding Pakistan from Kashmir issue has been, you can say, overtaken, or we have been overridden. France says that it's a bilateral issue, so we have to accept that, and we accept that. In fact, while America also says same thing, and Russia says same thing, but we are not caring about just by our criteria that it's an internal issue. So this issue has been internationalized, and I can say that it is negative success of Pakistan Prime Minister. What he wanted long back, Pakistan wanted, you can say decades back, that it should be internationalized, and it was not being internationalized due to Government of India's competent policy. But this time it has been easily internationalized, and that is not in our favor. In fact, it has been raised in public, it has been raised in government sectors, it has been raised in UNO, it has been raised in Genocide Watch, it is being raised everywhere, all over the world, wherever it is possible to bring this issue. And that everything goes against us, because we are a reputed country, we have been a reputed country, and of course we shall be a reputed country if we avoid such type of negative impacts on us. Where whatever we say, whatever the government say, whatever we make, fact remains fact. It's our problem, and we had to solve it. We are required to solve it along with stakeholders and who are people of this state, Jammu and Kashmir, and of course externally related, and that is Pakistan, because Pakistan is not directly related to this issue, but people of Jammu and Kashmir and assembly, which is not existing, are all stakeholders in this issue, which we cannot deny. And if we deny, it means we deny ourselves. Solution must reach. We cannot say in air, oh, no problem, no problem. Problem is there. We have to realize that fact. Problem is there, that's why it's happening. Otherwise, why should it happen? But problems can be solved. We are qualified, educated section of society, and we are people in India are very, very brilliant and intelligent people. Why don't we solve it? We have to solve it. How far can we do like this? Already more than 2 weeks election, people are there without any freedom, without any liberty. This is not acceptable. No country can accept. You or I cannot accept this. Okay, for 1 day, 2 day, 3 days, curfews have been imposed in past also. That is a part of controls, law and order controls. But this situation is far away. It goes in excess of law and order. It is a question of, you can say, revolt. I can say it's revolt and nothing else. Those people who have been there in capture, who have been detention, illegal detention, so far might be the thought in past that we'll go, we stay with India. India is our country and we love it. We want to be part of this permanently. There could be 70-60% people in past, I am sure. Okay, 20%, 10%, 50% could be terrorists, could be against ours. That is also a fact. But now we have forced them to go oppose us, which is not good evidence. A person who has been there in imprisonment, why shall they think of Bharat now? It's a question. Shall they think for us? I'm sure they shall not think for us. 99% they shall not think for us. Maybe 1% they think for us. Because we have tortured them, we are tormented. It's a tormenting exercise. The government should have known what shall be the result of this. They did not even consider that. Why they did not consider that? You are suppressing a complete society, complete state. Let us say it applies to me in my state or in your state. Government does the same thing. Shall we accept that? Okay, there is a dispute, there is a question, but is this only way to solve it? If I am Prime Minister and I cannot to my citizens, then how can I say that I am Prime Minister? If I have no guts to talk to my subjects and talk to subjects of this country, I have no right to call myself in charge of this nation. In charge must have guts. In charge has a right to talk to enemies also, in addition to friends. So these people are our friends. They are our brothers, sisters. We are all same, in same country. They are integrated people of the society. If one side we say disintegrated with Bharat, and on side also you stay in jail, these two do not match. Cannot match. I shall not accept that government which suppresses me. I will condemn that government. Why should I be suppressed without any crime? Have I done some crime? What I have done? What they have done? They are citizens of this country. Okay, they want freedom. That is something else. Everybody wants freedom, so you have to deal accordingly. Now, what happened? They wanted freedom. Okay, fine. They wanted freedom. That is the dispute. But when you put fire on this, when you kindle that, what the government did, instead of using carbon dioxide or fume onto this, or FM200 for fire extinguishing, they should have used fire extinguishing equipment. What they did, they matchstick and put on petrol. This has happened. So far, it was only J&K problem. Nothing else. At one end is J&K problem, and which was a demand of Khalistan long back, decades back, that has been awakened by these people due to our fault. You can see what is happening. Demonstrations happen in UK, London. Demonstrations happen in Washington, and so many other locations. Sikhs have been crying now because they know time has come to cooperate with them. They are cooperative. Sikhs of this country who wants Khalistan in UK and in Canada, wherever they are located, they are in alliance with these people, these Kashmiri people. Kashmir is also available everywhere. You cannot simply say all are. They are very well educated people, not like us, our people. They are educated, their kids are educated, and they can talk very good. They can understand what law is. They can understand what are instruments and everything. We cannot simply have an opinion of that imagination of those Kashmiris which are 30-40 years back. It's not that Kashmiri people now. They are like us, just like we talk, they understand everything. So we have to handle them accordingly. But you just suppress them mentally, physically, and by every non-requirement of life, how can you expect that they will cooperate with you? In fact, what I say that this is a wrong step. They should have gone gradually, because it's not that much a problem. You just supported another country which is called Pakistan, who are our, and we consider them our enemy. They got benefit of this act. We have supported Pakistan indirectly. We have supplied fuel to them. Till now, they were trying to suppress all news of terrorists. They are sending all. They were just saying you are lying and I'm not real. They were just saying you are inciting and you are. It's not like that. Now they are openly saying. And Watchdog issued alerts. Watchdog.com. This is an international organization located in America. And also before that, Amnesty issued, Amnesty International. And UN said that talk to yourself. Now UN is also very serious in this case because this Watchdog instructed UN, or you can say instructed or alert, you can say warned us what you are doing. If an organization is NGO in America and they warn UN what work you are doing against this country. Why don't you ask them to stop this? Is it not a question to be considered by us? Why don't you think intellectually? We have mind, we have power, we know how to solve problem, and why problem is being hanged over? Why it's being hung? Who is responsible for that? As citizens of this country, as civil society of this country, why don't we come forward and raise our voice that it's a question of national integrity, it's a question of our people, whole people, and Kashmiris are also people, our people. We cannot deny that fact. That is, if we say that is our part, people are also our. So we have to accept them with dignity. Talk to them instead of jailing them, imprisoning them illegally. It's not acceptable. It's not unless, yes, some person can accept that, who are just blind in mind and in eyes, they can accept that. I don't care about them, but 98% people don't accept this because they think, if I don't accept to be imprisoned for nothing, why shall Kashmiri people be imprisoned? You are adding fuel to fire at international level. Okay, today maybe you are being supported by some countries, but how long shall they go? They have also to respond. They are also members of UN. They are also countries in this world. So how long? Suppose today is 18 days. I think it's started 5th and today is 23. So 18 or 19 days. How many days shall you keep like that? They will come out one day and they will start fighting, start turmoiling. Then they will come in turbulence in waters. Laminar stage has gone. You cannot expect that water flow in laminar flow where there is no turbulence, smooth flow of water, and you will use it. You put paper on that, paper shall swim. It has converted to next Reynolds number in this exercise, and that is called turbulence. Turbulence, when there is hydraulic jump, there is turbulence, and this is also imaginary turbulence. We have brought Kashmir to a level in turbulence between, this is a barrage gate between India, and they call it now Kashmir, they don't call it India. So it's part of India, but in their minds, India is finished for them. This is what they think. See, when you are in trouble, where you are in serious mood, when you revolt against your management, your government, you can think anything. We also think that we are fighting for our struggle. We think same thing. SALT movement, this movement, non-violence movement, that movement, we did all that. So when there is a struggle for freedom, or people want separate nation for their areas, this happens. It is happening in Palestine. Israel is trying by drawing support from USA to buy Palestine. They don't understand. Nations cannot be bought. People don't understand because they are rich people. US is very rich. Oh, they say money can buy anything. Now, President Trump plans to buy Greenland, and Greenland just slapped on his face. Slapped on his face. How can you say I can buy you? If suppose tomorrow I want to buy Delhi, I want to buy Tamil Nadu, or I want the whole Bharat, India. Is it possible? Is it acceptable? It's cooperation, it is business traditions, it is business transactions. Okay, that's fine. But you are saying I want to buy you? Nations can be bought. What did in Palestine? Okay, I will spend $50 billion on Palestine, on Egypt, on Israel. Just agree for this. We will develop you. Means for our development only we want to sell our land. We sell our land. Your $50 is more than our souls, more than our land for which we have been struggling for decades. We have been struggling for freedom, for our status, and we were at one time without a state. Though still they are stateless, but at some time they did not have their own passports. They even used to get passports from Dubai, passports from from Qatar, passports from Egypt, or somewhere else, so that they could travel. But now you want to buy their souls. You just think Israel demolished how many trees of they demolished trees of, you can say, this Jatun trees. Is it sensible? They kill kids, youth, adolescent. Is it called your behavior, good conduct? You fight with people, but you are doing something which is not realistic. If you put some kids in jail, is it right? It doesn't understand anything what is right or what is wrong. A kid is kid. A person of 10, 12 years, does he know what does it mean? If our kids know what, our people of 25 years don't know what is constitution of this country, you talk to people who are not, talk to your kids, maybe you're having kids, talk to your kids, your daughters, your sons, what rule applies on this country, they don't know. Of course, they know name of this country because it was taught in their colleges and schools. They know names, but you ask them. I have asked many. Believe me, I didn't get any answer except those who are from law student, for law education, or somewhere where their parents are related to that. Otherwise, in common, they don't even know what is role, what is first law of this country. They don't know what is constitution of this country. They don't know what is law, what is judiciary. But the only thing, law is there, and there's no implementation law. I asked many MBAs studying students, how is law working in this country? There are so many laws, but we don't have implementation law. This is the answer of those people. So what should I think? We have educated class, but we are not really educated, because if we don't know about our country, what is the meaning of education? Same thing applies to the government of this country. If you don't understand constitution, if you don't understand what calamities, what difficulties, what exposures in international arena we may be invited with, then what's the meaning of governance? If government cannot have a vision, if government cannot anticipate aftermaths of that, shall we call that power is government? Means once you start one step, you must have all pluses and minuses prior to initiating that, and then say what is balance, how many pluses and how many minuses, where pluses give you and what minuses give you demerits. Then you have to come out with some solution and then work on that. Of course, these are all secrets, but whatever has been done, it clearly indicates that there has been no such homework conducted by government, and they just in you can say in anxiety started this, and they have come to a point now that it's completely crossroad between ours and those people. We don't know we to this side, minus side, or to the plus side, or where to go ahead or withdraw from there. We are in our confusion. It's complete mix up. If you can understand this point, fine. It's more than 19 days or 18 days, and there is nothing known what to do. If you think those people are your friends now, are your family members, I am not sure. Because if same thing happens to me, I will think that way. Because it's humanity. If those people came to you, they were not your part before. Just remember, in 1947, they were not your part. I'm talking 1947. During British time, they were not your part. Other states were your part, but they were not. They were separate nation. They never wanted to stay with you or with Pakistan. Of course, they given writing to Pakistan a standstill agreement, but they did not decide. Hari Singh could not decide conclusively where to go or where not to go. So when they were attacked, only then they accepted to come to us, our Bharat. This was, they were not our part. Fine, they became part later on, but we should have treatment with them. They didn't want to stay with either of us. They want to stay independent. So that stage of 47, I think we have reached to same square of 1947. We are back to square 1947, and this is not in our interest as well as in their interest. Yes, a third person, and that is Pakistan. When two people fight, third one gets benefit of that. But Pakistan has been awarded indirect benefit out of this, which benefit that Pakistan failed to get in 70 years. They internally they are very happy. Yes, they are inciting these people. Clearly, they are inciting on records. Previously, they did not use that type of method. They used to do everything concealed behind doors. But now they are clearly inciting, do whatever you want to do, we will do this. and nobody can take action against them because it is a problem between Pakistan and India. Pakistan and Bharat is solved. So this means whole world recognizes that it is not an internal issue exclusively. If they say you decide yourself, all members of UN Security Council have said something. This is Simla agreement. This means they are talking of Simla because they don't remember. Everybody doesn't remember. They just okay. They have agreed something in past, and you have to talk together. They forget Simla agreement because all are new. Old people are not there. All prime ministers or heads of states are new. So this okay. There is an agreement between you and Pakistan. You agree together. And Pakistan Prime Minister what is saying? I do not talk to you because many times I tried to talk to Prime Minister of Bharat. He did not even care for that. He ignored and so he is taking it as egoistic. Whereas we are taking as also egoistic. So problem cannot be solved like that. A stage has come that we have to do something now. It's a super critical stage. If you don't do something here, next step is waiting for us. And being an intelligent person, you should know what is next step. This is a warning to ourselves. Now they are not saying anything, but understood it is in sequence. They are asking you to talk together. And if you don't talk together, it is understood that you do not talk. Once they will say, second time they will say, what happens then? Whole world cannot allow people to be kept like this. Even Israel did not keep people like Israel never jailed Palestine, never. They never jailed Palestine. We have done that in excess, to excess. So what is the next step if we don't talk? It's in our interest to start conducting talks so that this problem is resolved. Otherwise, it is we who shall be negatively watched by the whole world, not Pakistan. Because people are whole world, people are with Jammu and Kashmir, not with us or Pakistan management. No. Next step is, if we don't do this, if we don't come down to our level, we just keep in air. This is action in air. Pakistan is also in air, and we are also there. What shall happen? The next step is, if we don't talk, they would say, okay, don't talk, don't worry. You withdraw your forces from there, and we are organizing UN force, their peacekeeping force. That can be another step. Shall you accept that? It is UN. They can take decision. Remove your security from there. We will secure that area. So this will be a big headache at that time. Can we accept that? This question is sequence. Or if they don't do this, they can say, okay, we appoint a third party because you are not agreeing to talk. And similar agreement says, if either of them gives in writing or both of them is writing, a third party can be floated, appointed to solve their problems. So indirectly, if we don't talk together, we say, no, we are not talking. Imran has said already, and what we are not doing any effort because we are a big country. We are keeping J&K with us, and we are claiming on that. If we have to start effort. If we are not starting effort, it's later on we will blame for this. They will say, okay, we are appointing. Then you can appoint anyone. Okay, this you arbitrate on this. Is that right, question? That can also happen. I'm sure immediately there is not going to be any hard pursuit because people are under us, these Kashmiri people. But once Kashmiri people release, that will be a difficult stage because those people may not be interested to be a part of our country. Never. Now never. Those who were before, or who intended to have that, who planned to have full status in our country to after having merger, because nearly they were merged. No, nearly you can say, if you just take the consideration of, again I am telling you, it's just reiteration I am making, that we had 395 articles in constitution of our country, and in addition to schedule, in addition annexure of Jammu and Kashmir order, CO 48, that has been repealed now and placed another one. Well, that is our problem. But out of these 395 articles, 260 articles had already been agreed by Jammu and Kashmir management, Jammu and Kashmir government. This means about 60-70%, 70% you can say, articles were agreed by them to be applied on J&K. Only about 100 or more articles were left to be applied on them. And this happened gradually in 7-8 years post-independence. And Congress just tried to handle them very, very diplomatically and polish them because maybe people didn't understand that. Those people did with fine idea, with we can say vision movement. Let them bring to our levels. And when suppose you had agreed with them, just all 395 articles to be applied onto them, then there was no problem at all. Because problem was only application of constitution to the state of J&K. So once you apply full constitution to the state of J&K, in that case, what is left? In that case, they accept our constitution in absolute terms. Once they accept our constitution in absolute terms, there remains no meaning of their constitution, and there remains no meaning of instrument of accession, and there remains no meaning of any other Article 370 or CO order or Shimla Agreement or UN resolution. This foresight we missed to accept, we missed to understand. We missed actually this. In a couple of years, we could sit with them and pull them to accept this. This we missed. I'm not blaming someone for this. It's approach, question of approach. In this, Congress can be appreciated to some extent that from 1947 to 1954, in 7-8 years, they accepted 260 articles to be accepted. If you take an average of this period of 7 years, which is about 84 months, in 84 months, 260 articles were accepted. So you can say average of this. Later on, they did not do any reason, whatever they because these people believed in us. They relied upon our government, our parliament, and everything. And they were part of our parliament also. They could be handled means in a diplomatic way, of course. You see, there shall be enemies. Your enemies shall do everything against you. You cannot underestimate your enemy. If you underestimate enemy, you are a fool. I can say simply, it may be Pakistan or someone else. Your enemy don't underestimate your enemy. Your enemy is enemy. Simple. And remember, intelligent enemy is always good for you, and a stupid duffer friend is bad for you. This is saying. I'm not saying that Pakistan is good for us, but question is, enemy remains enemy, and Pakistan is enemy only from this point of view, only Pakistan J&K point of view. If suppose there is no J&K issue, why there should be amity with Pakistan and our country? There's no reason. What else is there? There are pacts, there are agreements. I think trains were moving, buses were going and going, flights are there, relations are there, people are going, businesses there, trade, everything is moving smoothly. Only this point has been standing since 1947. That has been fully, you can say, absolutely solved with. It has been solved to some extent. So why don't we understand this point? We are now educated people. At that time, there were hardly 10-15% educated people. Now we are 80% educated people. Highly educated means more than 50% higher educated people. Why don't you understand this point? Why do you follow blindly some political leader who mislead us? If political leaders mislead us, this is bad for us. We have to analyze. We are intelligent people. Why don't we analyze? We analyze physics, chemistry, maths, everything. We can analyze laboratory equipment, the experience. We can analyze sciences. We can analyze engineering. We can analyze everything. We can analyze, but we cannot analyze a home where we have been born, we have been staying here, we have been living here, we have been developing ourselves in this country. But government we are making. So the government has to work according to requirement. It's not simply one man's choice. I do this and that's all. It's my pleasure. I'm doing that. I'm pleasure. I did not do I'm doing this. It's my pleasure. I'm doing this. It is not your pleasure. Whoever you are, it's question of all people of this country. If people are affected by that, today still a very bad economy has collapsed completely. Completely, it has collapsed. People are being thrown out of jobs. They are being laid off permanently. Thunderstorm is coming everywhere. No controls on anything. You have broken one temple there in Tughlaqabad, this SC/ST temple. This was 600. They exist for 600 years, 500 years, and they are in revolt mode with the government. Do you want this situation in this country? They are 35 crore people who used to accept this temple. Why did you break? You will say we're widening road. Okay, you widen road, but their contest is, why did you not remove Hanuman Murti? See, you are reaching to such a low level competitive fight contest, you have no answer at all. Means you are bringing a religious factor into your development factor. If Supreme Court says something, it doesn't mean everything you apply for you file petition for you can say review. It's your duty. Means if 35 people are angry on yours, where do you stand? What's your policy then? Same thing you did for the reservation, same thing you are doing for temple. Means you are trying to break this country into pieces. Again gone. Signals of nature. What to do with that? Signal problem again. This Airtel, bloody Airtel, happens every time. Helpless. This is gone. What to do? Arun is there on but however I'm still sorry, the signals are gone. I have to make it again. Make it again. It's not possible to reconnect. I have to end it and do it again. Can't be reconnected. I think that can't be reconnected. It's something like this.